It was called the Ship of Dreams, the most luxurious vessel ever built. But for days into her first voyage, she vanished beneath the Atlantic. 1,500 lives lost. The world was told it was an accident. But parts of the story never made sense. Warnings ignored. Decisions that defied logic. And a theory too dark to dismiss. This is the hidden truth about the Titanic. Before it sailed, strange things happened. Workers died during construction. One was found sealed inside the hull. Locals whispered the ship was cursed. Some crew refused to board. An engineer wrote, "I dreamt of cold water. I won't go." He lived because he stayed behind. Titanic was called unsinkable. It had watertight doors and modern pumps. That confidence costs lives. On April 14th, the radio room buzzed with messages. 6 ships warned of ice. The operators ignored them. They were sending personal messages for rich passengers. At 11:40 p.m., the lookout shouted, "Iceberg, right ahead." Too late. The hull tore open. The unsinkable began to sink. That's the official story. But some say the real disaster started long before launch. Titanic had a sister ship, the Olympic. They looked almost identical. Months earlier, Olympic collided with a warship. The company wasn't insured for the damage. It faced financial ruin. Then came strange changes. Titanic's portholes didn't match its blueprints. Olympic's fittings appeared on Titanic. Crew were told to call it Ship 401, Olympic's yard number. The theory says the ships were switched. Olympic damaged was disguised as Titanic. The plan was simple. Stage a minor accident. Evacuate everyone. Collect the insurance. No one would die. But the iceberg changed everything. The ship sank too fast. 1,500 never made it home. Photos taken before the voyage show clues. Titanic had 14 portholes. The ship that sailed had 16. Nameplates could be swapped easily. Even parts of the wreck don't match Titanic's plans. Then there's the Californian. It was nearby that night. Its crew saw Titanic's distress flares. They did nothing. The radio operator was asleep. Some think the Californian was told to wait. No panic, no press. Just a quiet accident. Until the iceberg ruined the plan. Another eerie fact. 14 years before the sinking, author Morgan Robertson wrote a novel. It was called Futility. It told of a ship named Titan, unsinkable. It hit an iceberg in April. Too few lifeboats. The story matched reality almost exactly. Coincidence or warning? In 1985, the wreck was found. Damage suggested more than ice. Signs of internal explosion. Wrong serial numbers on recovered tools. They belonged to Olympic. A mix-up, officials said. But experts doubted it. Survivor Charles Leitler was asked about the theory. He said only the men who built them would know more. He never explained further. If true, it means the world's worst maritime tragedy wasn't an accident. It was a cover-up, fraud that cost 1,500 lives. Even today, questions remain. Why ignore 6 ice warnings? Why half-empty lifeboats? Why destroy construction records? And why was Titanic's nameplate photo removed from archives? More than a century later, the mystery endures, a story of pride, greed, and secrets. Maybe the Titanic didn't just sink. Maybe it was buried. Some mysteries aren't lost, they're hidden.